Hello, I am Paul, Anxiety Hypnotherapist. Thanks for watching my second video. Now this video is going to tell you something that's really important. It's something that most people aren't really aware of, but it's really one of the main causes that stops people progressing, stops people resolving their anxieties naturally in a way that's right for you. Now the second reason why so many people don't tend to permanently resolve their anxieties is because they're always putting out fires. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, anxiety, first of all, if you imagine, so to do things in your life, to achieve things, whether it's have a happy relationship, whether it's succeed at work, whether it's bring up children in a way that's right for them, or do the myriad of things that you want to succeed at in your life. The foundation is how we feel, because how we feel is going to determine how we think, and how we think is going to determine what we're willing to do. And that's just within one moment. Now imagine all the hundreds and hundreds of choices throughout a year or 2 years or 3 years. As you can see, the way we feel is going to be that determining factor that's going to really influence so much of what we do have or what we don't have. But more importantly, that the problems that arise in our life. Now, what people tend to do is we tend to compartmentalize our lives. So when people come and see me to resolve their anxiety, there's often many different issues or problems going on in their life. These may have been problems that have been around for quite a few years. But quite often we compartmentalize those things. So we don't directly see, well, my anxiety and my fears has really caused me to feel a certain way, which has limited the things I'm willing, which has limited how I think about things, which has limited the things I'm willing to do. So that determining factor has influenced me every single day, consciously and unconsciously, which has really caused or been the main factor in all of these problems either coming up and not being resolved in a way that you could resolve them. So that's really the main issue, is what happens is your anxiety leads to many different problems arising in your life, many different fires springing up, which takes away our focus. So we begin to focus on all these different things. So that takes so much of our energy, so much of people's motivation, so much of people's determination and energy throughout the day, that we never really get around to dealing with the one thing that is causing or influencing all these things in our life. Now, I find that incredibly frustrating, because it means someone's going to have so much difficulty, so many problems. Then eventually they're going to get frustrated, they're going to get disappointed, they're going to, their anxieties are going to get stronger, their cognitions are not going to be in line with what they really want or what they really, feel that they can have in their life. It's going to be influencing them in such a frustrating way. It's going to cause people to live a life which I call a caged life, where it limits them in so many different ways, but they don't even see it. It just holds them back every single day by affecting the way they feel, by causing them to feel apprehensive, to feel fearful, which limits massively how you're able to think about your life, any area of your life, which then influences every single action you're going to take or not willing to take throughout the day, which every single day builds and builds and builds and builds, then creates a life which you have at this very moment. So I like to do things the opposite way around. I like to do things the inside out. So I think the best way to approach anything in your life is to do that. Change the way you feel first of all. Have that foundation so that you can feel that sense of clarity in yourself. Why? Because you're feeling confident, you're feeling balanced in yourself. Your emotions are really not in turmoil and making you feel and think in ways that just are not the natural ways you think for the person you are. So that's the number 2 reason. People's focus is always on the fires that are around them, all these different problems that are caused by their anxiety. And whilst your focus isn't all of those things, for many people those things are so overwhelming they just never get around to dealing with the one thing that really matters. The one thing that if they shift that one thing, everything in their life, it's like a huge burden taken off their shoulders. Everything becomes so much easier, so much more fulfilling in a way that's really, really right for you as an individual. Okay, thanks for listening today. I'll send you the next video very soon. Have a wonderful day. Take care.